Okay, so this is my second video. I promise this one will be better quality and hopefully you can hear me. A lot of people were saying they couldn't hear what I was saying, but I am Jana and I have taken the time to think that I think that it's good for people to look at other people doing what a lot of people are doing. And what I'm doing is trying to date after 40, because I am 43. And I'm doing stuff that I'm not used to. This is the 21st century. I really haven't dated in the 21st century. Yeah, that's true. And so putting myself back out there are different ways to date. So although I make myself available, I'm smiling more approachable, trying not to frown or grimace when I'm out and about. I'm also trying dating apps. So on my birthday, which was July 4th, I did a Facebook dating app. I didn't know that they had a Facebook dating app, but they do. So I was excited when I woke up Sunday morning because I had 57 likes. Most of them were duds, and I talked about that in the first video. And I told you I kept 2. Well, I eventually had to ghost both, and I'll tell you why. But simultaneously, I have been on an app called Black, BLK. And it's a paid subscription, and it's $9.99. And I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about this movie. And I'm going to try to do all that in a little bit of time because I know people don't like to watch a long video. So anyway, I have been single since December 28th, 2011. Yes, that's a very long time. That's almost 9 years. And during my single time, I was actually literally on a man vacation, a mancation, what they call it. So that means that not only was I not dating, I was not having sex. So I have been celibate all that time. Yeah, I know. It's a long time, but it can be done. I focused on the things that I needed to do. And like I said in the first video, I feel like my children are at a point in their lives where they're okay with me dating. They don't need me as much so that I can date. So anyway, so both of these two, the only two got to the second conversation, and these two got to the second conversation and more conversations after that. So I really started to like one, but our conversation got really weird after we had the talk. So within 2 weeks, we had a talk about my celibacy. And he began to ask me some questions like, he's like, so you're never gonna have sex anymore, which I never said, just all kinds of questions, and I did answer them. But then he started to be distant. Yes, he still called, he still texts and stuff like that, but it was different. Our conversations were different, and I could feel that. And so I told him, so I had a very grown-up conversation with him. And he was honest, and he said that he didn't know if he even wanted to pursue a relationship with me because I had been celibate so long. He literally said that. He was like, I don't know if I could be celibate. I've never been, and stuff like that. And he said he admired that I was like that. Not a lot of women are like that, but he didn't know if he wanted to be in a relationship with that. So with that being said, I ghosted him. So it was another guy. It was just weird. Once you have that conversation about sex, although really, in my opinion, it's kind of premature if you're just kind of getting to know someone, even having a conversation. But if they bring it up, I bring up, that's my segue into telling you that, honey, you're not hitting and quitting nothing. And that light bulb, it been on. So you ain't hitting and quitting nothing. It's really nothing you can tell me that get these drawers to drop. Let's just be honest, okay? Certainly not in no couple of weeks of knowing each other. So this one, I talked to him about it. He was cool. So he actually is here in Atlanta this week. And he was telling me about the W and how he got a really nice suite there and that I could spend the weekend with him. Really? So we just met. I'm going to spend the weekend with you. But I told you I'm not doing anything. So I said, why would I stay with you? I live in it. I live in Atlanta. Why do I have to stay in a room with you? No, not doing that. I said, I'm not even going to bring myself to that. He was like, well, if your level of celibacy is so high, it shouldn't matter where you are. Very gorgeous, very successful, got ghosted. Why? Because Janet don't play that. Okay? You trying... What I felt like is he was trying to test me out to see if I was serious about not having sex. Okay? So I ghosted him. I kind of missed him because, like I said, he's successful. He was nice. And being a woman of my age, look, you tend to look at a man's success, stability, what his skill set is, more than when you do when you're younger. When you're younger, you tend to just look at if he's cute, you know, and more things like that nature. 43-year-old Jana is less likely to care about looks. It's more of your mindset and how you treat me, and like I said, your skill set and what you got going for yourself. Okay, so made me sad, but I ghosted him. So those are the two that I met on Facebook. Then I'll tell you about Black. Number one, I don't like Black at all. Black, I even more so prefer Facebook over Black, because Black takes your where you are. So that's why I asked to use your GPS. It takes where you are. Well, it was so silly. Some of these guys were living in Maryland, in Florida, in New York, and just be happening to pass through Georgia. So me and this guy, he's very nice. I hope that we talk again. But he called me and he was like, I just wanted to tell you I live in Tennessee. And I said, it's weird. And I asked him, I said, why are they doing that? And he was like, he's the one that told me it's where you are at a certain time. Like, you're here. Like, if you're just passing through, like he was just passing through. So, yeah. We had a very good conversation. I can't find his phone number and he ain't called me. So, but we had a good conversation until he got to Tennessee. We just talked about all kinds of stuff. I just told him I really wasn't interested in a long distance relationship. So, but he was nice. Anyway, so I met all kinds of people. I met all kinds of men who want pictures. Come on now, I just think that we way too grown to be asking each other for pictures. And can I see this? Can I see that? Like, we're FaceTiming. I'm walking around, you know, what do you want to see? You know, and that's red flag for me. What are you trying to do? I've had all kinds of things. I've had one guy say he had a fetish of listening to women go to the bathroom. Ghosts. I've had one guy that sounded very angry. He sounded like he was angry at me. And I was like, dude, we just met. What are you so angry about? Because I literally just asked him, let me know about you. And if anybody knows me, I like to talk about myself more than listening to somebody else talk about themselves. So for me to even say that, that's a big thing. So he was like, why do you want to know about me? Because people lie. Goes, No. Ghost, goodbye. You still angry. You still got some issues going on. So I met this other guy. I swear I can't make this up, y'all. I'm a storyteller. Like I'm an author, but these stories, I cannot make this stuff up. So I finally meet one guy. I meet him at a park here in Atlanta called Piedmont Park. We go for a walk. It is just like a Tyler Perry movie. He's so nice. He smells good, looks good. Then guess what happens? I hear somebody in the distance say, "Oh, you out here walking." So I'm not thinking it's my beau. I'm thinking she talking to somebody else. Then all of a sudden he turns around like, no. What we were doing while we were walking, we were doing squats. And what he was trying to do, if anybody knows me, I don't squat all the way down. So I don't get the whole effect of a squat. So by him, a person that works out, he was showing me squats. So he was holding my hands and we were squatting together. Cute, all that kind of cute stuff. I just knew I had me one. The girl in the background saying, "Oh, you out here walking." So she catches up with us and I'm confused. I'm dazed. He dazed. I'm more dazed because I don't know what's going on. So she was like, "Oh, you, this my man." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay." I'm gonna let y'all have this because, like I said, I'm 43 and grown. I don't come with no drama, honey, and I'm not going to even engage in any drama with you. So I walked off him. They argue until I get back to my car, like 15 minutes on the road, almost coming home. I get a call from him. Now I forgot to ghost him and block him, because that's what I was intending to do when I got back to the car. So he calls and says, I apologize for that. It's another girl I was trying to date on Black, and I'm really trying to leave her alone, but she just keep calling me and stuff like that. So we talked. I gave him 10 minutes to explain himself, to say something.